Hey YouTube, this is Nintendo Man 2112 here again, and today I'm gonna be showing you one of my favorite deck types. It's a fun deck, but I just figured you might be interested. Boss Rush. This deck's pretty interesting because it revolves around undoubtedly like the cards like the BES Tetrin, and most notably the Big Core. What's interesting about this deck is how you are able to use it, how you can get the cores more out, as they're called, a lot easier. Sorry, I can't speak today. This is just a fun deck. It's not really competitive, so just bear with me here. And what I have in here is 3 of every core. The BES Tetrin, the Big Core, BES Big Core Mark II, BES Covered Core, and the Crystal Core. As I have them all right here. Get a better shot. Right here is the Crystal, the Covered, Mark II, the Big Core, and the Tetrin. 3 of those are pretty much all you need, basically, just to make this deck work. Because once you have a good bit of them out, activate a Boss Rush, and then that way you can really kill off it in, and if any of your cores get destroyed by a Lightning Vortex, then you can just bring a bunch back at the end phase. One of the things I use mainly in this deck, because Boss Rush pretty much prohibits you from normal or summoning or set, use cards that special summon themselves, kind of like the Tricky here. He's really cool because you can discard pretty much like a card you don't want in your hand. Maybe you have too many cores in your hand and you want to discard one to the graveyard. Then you can just special summon him that way. Then you contribute for a core. Cards that special summon themselves, really, kind of like Giant Germ, Troop Dragon, Mask Dragon, Mystic Tomato, all that stuff. Those are pretty much some really good cards to add. And one thing really, what? Never mind. Yeah, card special summons up. I have a lot of wind type monsters in this deck. Probably about 9, maybe 12. Yeah, 9. And so I figured I'd use Garuda, the Wind Spirit. You just remove a wind from your graveyard, special summon him. Not only that, he acts as a enemy controller at the end phase, so that goes pretty good. At the opponent's end turn. So you can special summon him, tribute for a core. Yeah, I mean, if you really want to, you can make this into a Monarch deck. Like, have a bunch of cores out. Once they're destroyed, and they're special summon Boss Rush, like Heavy Storm afterwards, and then tribute one of them for like Caius or Ryza, which one you like. Yeah. Some good cards that have in this deck, undoubtedly is Boss Rush, because that lets you special summon one of your cores if it gets destroyed at the end phase. Soul Exchange, really good for tributing monsters. But you skip your battle phase, of course. If you don't really have a monster as a normal summon, Mausoleum of the Emperor works really well. Just be aware your opponent can use it too. If you're going to use that, I would recommend Life Absorbing Machine. Like a few of those. Spirit Reaper, he works well. Reckless Greed, of course, so you can get more cores, and you can tribute them. Defense Draw. I'd probably get a Sakuretsu Armor or Mirror Force. And less Terraforming. Some other good cards to throw in this deck are let's see. Like Heavy Storm, Twister, anything that can save your skin. And one of the better things to do with this deck is screw it. I'll tell you about the cores now. Crystal Core acts as a enemy controller, switching a monster from attack to defense. And you can attack, and it doesn't require you to remove a counter for its ability to activate. So he's one of the better ones. Big Core is just Big Core. Enjoy him. And VS Tetran, remove a counter to destroy a spell or trap, even if it's face down or face up. Covered Core is a beefier core to use. It requires 2 tributes, but his effect is that if he attacks, he gets his counter removed. But you can flip a coin, and if you call it right, you prevent that. Big Core Mark II acts as a big piece golem. You can normal if you have no monsters on the field, you can normal summon him. He's the only core that gets his counters when special summoned. The rest have to get their counters from normal. So in any case, Big Core is really cool. So do what you want to do with it. I'm not going to force you. Anyways, if you have any, if you want to make this deck, let me know. I'll help you out as much as I can with it. Alright, this is Nintendo Man 2112, signing off.